Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Just starting up my stream here. But yeah, like there's so I don't know, there's just issues all over the place. It's like there isn't just a one-stop solution, sure, but yeah, it's
The
just
best solution is typically the most cruel. Get your damn fingers out of the cookie jar. Like for the government, like that typically it's pretty cruel. A lot of people were hurt because of it, but you'll get a lot more people thriving because of it as well. Hence, like when you go to Hong Kong and stuff like that, back before China took it back over.
yeah, I don't know. I think there's just so much lack of care for people.
There always has been, there always will be.
Right. And I mean that's the issue, is just how do you fix that?
Like, it's like, who am I going to save? You or my wife? Who are you going to save? Me or your wife? Who's more important to you?
Right. But I mean like that's the problem though. Like when that's like ultimatum, right? But the problems we have today aren't ultimatums. They're like, "Hey, I think you own enough private jets. Can Bob over here own a house?" And it doesn't need to be a big house or a fancy house. Like, can you at least have a mobile home, a trailer? You know, like that's my issue. Is just there comes a
Make sure
point where
everybody
it's
is
like,
livable.
I mean, also, let's look at
Yeah.
history. Like, we're so much more better off
I mean,
than we used to be.
you're not wrong, but so like then there's also the issues of, yes, we are far better off, but we also work so much more efficiently, but we get paid a fraction to how efficient we are.
Yeah. Your reward
That's
for being
because
efficient is you
efficiency
get more
has
work.
turned to be the name of the game.
And so that's where it's just like, I think society would do a lot better if people actually cared about what you know, if you make Bob feel good about what he's doing and you show him that you care about the work he's doing, he's probably going to do even better, greater work. Whereas right now it's just, you know, oh yeah, that was, you know, you did this really cool thing that we didn't think was going to be possible. We're not even going to mention your name that you did it, but you know, the company did it. Good job, guys. Congrats, everyone. You know, like, what? No, George or Bob did it. Like, why aren't we giving Bob a raise? I don't understand.
And that's one reason why I like the idea of giving your employees a percentage of your profits. You never have to worry about a raise.
True.
I mean, the only type of raise you'd ever think about is, oh, hey, you changed positions, you
Oh.
get an extra 0.2%.
So yeah, that brings me back to my original thing though about Bezos. I don't know where I got my numbers because obviously it seems a lot looks more wrong than I thought, but either way, there would have to be like based on your company's income, you would have to pay people a certain percent of your revenue. And that would change based on kind of how we have tax brackets. You'd have to do that based on your income bracket. Because if everyone's getting, 0.1%, but I'm a startup company and I just
Okay, well let's look at what Alaska does. The oil company goes through the state, right? The state says, I'm not going to be greedy. I don't want the revenue from, because like they take the land from Alaska, so it's like they have to build this pipeline across all of Alaska, do all this work, and now those areas aren't usable anymore. So the oil companies have to pay a tax to Alaska. That tax then actually gets divided to all of the citizens of Alaska. So you get around 1,400 to 2,400, depending on how taxes go, per person in your household. That includes children. And that's the government not being greedy. So you get an extra chunk of change. Also, Alaska has no sales tax on top of that. So the only they also don't have income tax, I believe. So if you go and look at pictures of there, some places do look fairly impoverished, but at the same time, a lot of people are doing extraordinarily well. With low property tax, which has a lot to do with, not tax, low property cost, owning a house is cheap, but you can work for the oil company and make like oodles amount of money, plus you can do countless other things.
Right.
Do you want to send me ownership on them?
Yeah, I'm currently trying to get a higher level with this person.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready. And a lot of it also comes down to greed and mismanagement of money of the government, too. How much money does the government take from us, like, that could go towards teachers, per se? They did the Red for Ed thing, and in Gilbert, we actually increased taxes by a substantial amount so that teachers could get raises. The following year, Gilbert saw 0 raises to teachers, so that the next time that tax came up in voting, nobody voted for it because it was a substantial food tax that none of the money made it to the teachers.
Right. The problem with all the times that we do new taxes is we don't think about, okay, well, what laws and taxes have we already had in place that are just
Problem is mismanagement of money.
Yes.
The White House shouldn't have cupcakes that cost $200 a piece.
Right.
I'm sorry, that's an outrageous fucking cupcake. My school shouldn't be buying $100 tiny black trash cans. Like,
well, okay, so here's something that makes me laugh, right? So there's the cooking shows, right? You have is it cake or is it not cake?
Yeah.
That job shouldn't exist.
Why not?
Well, I mean, because okay, this is just me assuming, but like, if they're gonna charge me $1,000 for that cake, because that's what I pictured. Like,
that's like saying like Lamborghinis shouldn't exist.
Well, but see, that's okay. Well, they probably shouldn't because they're not fuel efficient. They don't really help you do anything. I mean, yeah, they just put a better, bigger engine in there to make you go faster, but like, it's not.
But you're not even allowed to go that fast.
Right, like it's really not
you
doing
can't
you
even
anything.
Use your speed.
So, it's kind of worthless to do that. But, like, what was I saying? Like, yeah, that's what I picture the government spending their those are the cupcakes they're buying. That's what I mean. Like, that shouldn't exist. Like, that's who I'm assuming they're hiring for their cupcakes. Is some crazy.
But they're not. Like, you see pictures of them.
They're just basic
why
cupcakes.
Why does it cost the government 3 times as much to lay 1 mile of a road as it costs the business to do it.
Isn't there a...
You know, it just, like, the inefficiencies of government is astronomical.
I heard something.
Which is why our founders wanted to just get rid of that type of stuff altogether.
Get rid of what stuff, sorry?
Did you just connect on it?
Looks like she did.
Well, no, she's still in chat. She's just...
No, her game just relaunched or something.
Yeah. My game
Oh,
closed
your
on
game
me.
died. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? Why? It lagged and then it was gone. And then the anti-cheat said that my game's still running. I can't relaunch it. So now I'm sitting here trying to relaunch it anyways.
Oh, there's 2 doggies now.
But that does end up being a pretty big issue.
Who are they hiring? Like, who? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they're spending on these cupcakes and things. But
But it does turn to be like, if that money went back into your pocket, then that alone would be huge. Like, imagine how much 10% or 15% increase in your income would be, which is essentially what it is when, you know, you don't get taxed.
will I have a grenade? No, of course not. Hmm. Well, yeah, mismanagement of funds, taxes in general that just don't make sense in today's.
That alone would help your pay issue.
Yeah.
Now, would it solve it? No, but it would definitely help.
But now that I actually just got into a home, is also just going to help. Knowing that as inflation goes up, my mortgage price doesn't.
Yeah. That is nice. There's still a lot of other issues.
I mean, there are, but I'm just, you know, like, little things like that
Eventually-
help. But, you know, when...
Just about everyone is, for the most part, financially, there's a theory that, you know, keeps getting proven every year. The dollar is going to zero.
Mhm.
This has been said for a very long time. So, yeah, your debt in general will always decrease. Get out of there, Anna.
Love to. Love to. Really would love to. This is so dumb. Why can't I dash?
I thought,
Sorry,
the
piss me
longer
off.
I am here than a wretched place, what could have...
Well, apparently I was
Why are we
supposed to
fighting
talk to her before the rotten, but that's okay.
Why are we fighting this dude?
Yes.
Because he's the best of, like, the ones we kind of, like, can fight.
That should be it, right? Yeah. Antiquated key. Does not open from that side, of course.
Why is he chasing me? done yet? Can I come back? Can I actually attack him?
But it still makes me feel bad for Bob the janitor, who can't even get a tiny home. And is on the fear of one day living on the streets.
Okay, if he lives on the streets in Germany, it will be fine.
What are
He
they?
put up homeless.
Yeah, I
pods that
mean,
are basically
then
like
he has to
half the
drink
hotel.
all his alcohol from a boot.
Why is he drinking alcohol to begin with?
I don't know.
And there's plenty of stuff he can do to make more money.
I mean, maybe, maybe not. I don't know his situation.
But when you look at someone's situation, you also have to look at their entire life
Right?
and what choices they made to end up in that situation. You know, it's not your responsibility to pay someone out of a meth coma.
I mean, that's why we have the taxes that already do it for us, right?
So that janitor shouldn't have too big of a problem.
Well, I mean, but what if it wasn't meth?
Which other drug would you like?
Oh, I don't know, some kind of car wreck. Something that wasn't necessarily self-caused, but placed upon him.
You can already get your stuff like that, like forgive, essentially, when you don't have any money. Same with school loans. If you don't pay your school loans off in a certain number of years, then you can basically claim deferment on them. That's what my mom did.
Mhm.
But you have to like be in debt for 30 years and never be able to pay them off. The downside is my mom did that to herself.
Right, and most people do, but I think a lot of people too, like, again, it goes to, like, these public school systems. No one teaches them how they're supposed to handle things.
I don't know. My mom's had a lot of chances.
But you also have to have the motivation to do something about it.
Yeah, but your motivation is not my responsibility.
Yeah.
My motivation is not your responsibility. I don't feel like doing it today. It's like, whose fault is that? Mine
No,
or yours? That I don't feel like doing it, and I'm not going to. Should I be forced? Should we force them to work?
Well, I mean, you're talking about
Correct
people who
decision.
just don't want to work. Like, there's, I don't know, I feel like there's situations that exist. Like, okay, for instance, being a teacher. If no one's a teacher, then you have no one getting an education.
But there will always be teachers.
Okay.
There just might not be as many.
Yeah, but does that mean that, like, they shouldn't be able to afford a home? Like,
The only way that they're going to become a teacher is either they like the charity work because they have someone who can provide, or their wages will go up, or the only people who will be getting the current type of education would be people with enough money to fork up that type of money. And that's also the other thing. Businesses used to actually do a lot of that.
yeah, and there's another thing. Like, businesses, they don't try to
What's
get me
their
to
incentive?
increase. To keep me as an employee who will
When-
continue to do
but-
good work for them?
Like Elon Musk, like he has a school for his own workers' kids. A lot of companies have always had an incentive to trade schools, for instance, were huge, like just enormous, because they didn't have to go to college, so it was cheaper than college, but they could do specialized work. I mean, heck, now plumbers, you could go get a plumbing job for $200,000 a year because there's just not enough plumbers. That's how much they're willing to pay for plumbing work. If you want to go lick the shit off of other people's toilets, obviously the type of work you'd be doing would be more like with the state and stuff.
Right. So, like, see, what you're saying is, so there was a time where no one wanted to do plumbers because it wasn't worthwhile doing.
No, that's currently.
Okay.
And the price is going through the roof.
So yeah. So
Your
now
salary
prices
goes
have
through
gone
the
up.
roof.
So there's the problem, though. Like,
We still have toilets and we still have plumbing.
yeah, I don't know. It just that doesn't
That's
sound.
that's the beauty of a free market, is you allow it to fluctuate. You allow people to go, you know what? Fuck you to the business. I'm gonna go do something that I can actually make a living off of. And before you know it, there's nobody in that job. Sure, it takes a while, but that's just
Yeah.
how things are.
But is that the best way for things to be?
The only other way I can think of is a utopia, and that is a bad idea.
Yes
Utopias
and no.
have never worked. Ever. They turn into horrific things.
Well, only utopias I've ever heard of have been in stories, so I don't know.
Russia was supposed to be a utopia. Communism was supposed to be a utopia. The idea of
Well,
Well, they-
communism has
supposed-
never been true communism. It's always been communism, but this guy's in charge, so give him more stuff.
yes, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. You don't have a society that's all good. Who is it? Socrates has a whole thing on that. You know,
Mhm.
how would you create a society that's, basically a utopia? It's pretty much impossible.
See, and that goes back
Because
to
of
how
human nature. I mean, even
people-
in the Bible, people are inherently greedy. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. So the only way that you can become a better society is by taking the power and giving it to the individual. Because they have absolute power over themselves on whether they succeed or fail, and you take it away from other people over you.
there you go, that works. Oh, he's done? Okay, bye, I guess.
Huh?
I don't know, whatever thing. Boss showed up, decided that he was just done fighting me and left.
Oh, okay.
He got
I
bored of
changed
you.
character, by
Yeah.
the way, Josh.
Which one? The second?
Second lowest.
So yeah, so there's the problem, right? And it goes back to what I said earlier, though, that like there's just no one caring about.
No one. I mean, that's what that addresses.
Yeah.
Is that nobody ever cares about anybody. I mean, not always, but generally speaking, you don't care about anybody other than your close-knit circle. And that's just the case. So, by giving companies more and more power and taking away the power of the individual, to even be allowed to switch jobs per se, let's say there's a law that you're not, you're stuck in your job, and you're not allowed to leave. If it ever gets to that point, which they were talking about doing, because there weren't enough workers. They were talking about forcing people to essentially work. And that's actually going to be a really big question going forward. mainly because of our population decline. We're going to see approximately, 40% of our population stop working in the next 20 years. Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's so enormous and so impactful. Like, what they'll be like, oh, okay, so I can imagine things like you're allowed to work when you're 10 because we need more workers.
You go buy a bomb.
The birth deficit is so big in the U.S. where we can actually, afford a car. You have a car per capita. You can actually afford some of these things versus other countries. Yet we have the lowest birth rates, typically extremely negative.
That's another thing wrong with this country is
Not just this country, any nationalized country. Japan has the problem even worse.
okay, you're talking about birth rates. I'm talking about owning cars. We'd rather own cars than
Than a house?
a house or even public transportation.
I mean, I don't think there's necessarily an issue with people owning their own cars.
I mean, if your car was like something that would last a really long time, like a Tesla, sure.
My car lasts a really long time.
But like, if the car you're gonna own first, like, I mean,
My sister's truck is like 40 years old. I want to see a Tesla last that long.
Probably will. I mean, they got the million mile.
Well, you'll have to replace the batteries. Like, you'll probably have to get your engine worked on and stuff.
Sure, but
But
here's the difference between that car and your sister's truck. Like, what's the miles per gallon? Like, what's the emission factor?
What's the energy cost? Either way, you have to create the energy.
Right, but I mean, the impact on the world's gonna be less with the Tesla than it is gonna be with that truck.
Depends.
And what would be even less is, a really good public transportation.
I have given up on.
I mean, that's what Elon Musk wants to do with all his extra money. Part of that is to make it so that Teslas can be your public transportation. They can be your personal transportation and your public.
Oh, you guys suck.
Which actually makes a lot more sense than having government-ran public transportation. Have a self-driving car that'll take as a taxi. Then it's still owned by individual businesses. It's not government-owned, so you don't have all that bloat and inflation due to their inefficiencies.
Right, but like, so, I mean, all I'm hearing is that everyone agrees that there's an issue today.
There's always an issue today.
Well, I mean, there doesn't have to be.
No, it's human nature to always have an issue.
I was gonna say, if there's not somebody looking at a way to make it.
Yeah, there's not enough genders, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's add.
Well,
Like,
okay.
there's-
So, okay, we have that problem, right? But here's the real problem about that whole thing is the silencing of people who disagree.
Censorship.
The censorship, yeah. So, like, unless you think a certain way in today's society, too, it's very like, oh, no.
You're not allowed to talk. You're
yeah.
not allowed to have an opinion. Which make people even more bitter and even more cold and less likely to want to help others.
I ought to fetch a flame.
Do I need to reset them? I forget how this works. Oh, it's just always locked. Okay. Well, and that's my problem of today's world is one, people's voices being silenced, and it's usually the people who actually care that are being silenced.
I just
yeah,
like to make
can't
drama
help
out of
people.
everything.
Can't help
think it's
people
like a
when they
civilized
don't want help, or don't want to help
Exactly.
others too. It's not even that they don't want to don't want help.
So
They don't
that's
want
also
you to
why-
help others.
That's also why you want to build the world in a way to where you can empower people to not help people who are like that.
But that's the problem with today. Like,
I mean, we just saw the prime example last Sunday
Well,
of people gladly taking the help but not providing help or anything.
and what happens? These people end up burning bridges.
Yeah, and the problem is somebody else is gonna stand up for them.
So far, she's burned that bridge.
I don't think
I think so.
so. Okay. And in a lot of cases, people don't take it. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Why are we doing the 600? Are we doing the 600 level one? Why?
Because you can do the
We're
higher
both
one.
gear score 800.
No, we're doing the highest one we can do.
All I know is if society had morals and standards, having a utopia that would actually work is
They do have
possible.
morals and standards.
Oh, that's
They're just
because
not
the
as high
next...
as you
I'm
want.
saying if they had good morals and standards.
Damn it. Next
You
one.
mean if religion was more of a thing?
If religion was more of a thing, society might be slightly better. Now, if
Well,
people...
not even... I was gonna say, it doesn't even have to be religion. For the most part, common sense alone would get them there.
For the most part, you need some type of religion to ground people to.
Yeah, or some sort of belief.
Well,
I hate
I
Which
calling
think-
is
it religion
essentially a
because-
religion.
I think
Yeah.
Even if it's
you
Buddhism.
can't
it's
really
basically
have morals without a religion, because they all stem from something, and it's usually religious based.
Well, people would argue Buddhism is like a way of life, not a religion.
Not a religion, yeah.
True,
So you
I
have,
guess
like,
he's
some
not...
sort of a
Well,
I would argue
although
it's a religion. It's a belief.
it's a belief system. That's kind of what a whole religion is. You're right, but it also has a spiritual aspect, which is also very religious, of like the whole reincarnation. Like, how can you believe there's an
But with
afterlife?
that being
But-
with the definition of religion being, a standard of morals and a way of life,
Yeah.
that's kind of what
That's
society
possible.
needs. Even Socrates had that as an opinion. Without that, your society falls apart.
Oh shoot! I fell down, and I didn't roll. Yeah. Yeah.
Did they buff this person?
And that's the problem with also today's society, because it's all about what's my truth, and not like what's a factual truth.
Oh gosh, don't even
Yeah,
get
what's
me
your truth and
started
also
on
what's the
that.
real truth?
Yeah, like. Oh no, I don't have. Well, how do I get another one of these? Wait, but I'm. No, I'm not. Okay. What? Am I soft locked? Because I don't think I'm allowed to go that way. Exploration time, I suppose? Yeah, so that's the sad thing. It's like, when opinions have become my truth,
I feel like what's even worse is people just going with that, and just because some person on TikTok said it's therefore true. I'm like, but whatever happened to like,
Yeah, we should all be drinking,
oh,
putting that blue stuff on our tongue now.
yeah.
what?
Yeah, the stuff you use to clean allergy or whatever, you should put it on your tongue now. It's a new trend. Tell
Okay.
people.
So it's
Don't worry
the
about
it's the new Tide Pods or something.
Oh gosh.
Essentially, I mean, it's not that bad. Like even doctors are like, they do use that in certain therapies,
Hmm.
but like in certain medicine, but like in general, it's just they're like, why? Like,
Oh shoot.
it'll improve your workout. It's the new workout drug or whatever.
Hmm.
Like
That's okay. So again, another problem with society. Everyone listens to the news,
there's always been snake oil though.
and even like it's the same thing with Republicans, right? They'll listen to the news.
Everyone.
And not like actual, like no one goes and reads an actual scientific whatever.
Has anybody ever?
I mean, there's people out there who
As a
do,
whole, as a
but
society.
as a society, yeah, no, I don't know if
Ever.
anytime anyone's ever done that. Yeah, like
Which
well,
also comes back to the IQ issue that I talked about a long time ago.
hmm.
All that gets intertwined.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, it's
I mean, would you
That's the
probably
thing.
assume that our IQ is at least slightly above average, at least?
I would hope so. I mean, I could be
Considering
wrong.
we
the
could be
amount of
wrong.
idiots I encounter, I would certainly hope so.
Yeah, like I hope I'm at least 1 point above average. Does that mean I am? No.
You think, therefore, you
Definitely
are.
not.
Oh wait, no, that's different.
No, that's just for you being alive.
Oh dang it. Okay.
It's just
That's literally all that is.
Yeah. No,
You
I know.
think,
I was,
therefore you
I
are
was,
alive.
I was making a joke, but yeah, like I don't know, like. And the people who actually do go and read things, but yeah, so that was my whole thing about like it's the new trend, like all these weight loss things. Like some of them, yeah, it's good, but very short term. You shouldn't do it longer than like
Yeah, it's
maybe
like
a
fasting.
week.
It's great
Yeah.
for a short time, but after a month, things start you start dying.
Yeah. Ooh, hello. I'm gonna try to parry. Oh no. Practice.
But yeah,
Practice.
if
Okay.
society has never done it in the past,
Damn it,
recorded
didn't
history,
It's
can we expect them to do it now?
This for fun.
So you have to set society up in a way
Why
where-
am I not doing? There we go.
they will succeed the best they can. Knowing that they will never do that.
Yeah. And then like, yeah, I mean, oh man, there's just so much wrong with the world. Like Putin and his whole,
What's wrong with
it's well, okay. So now, it doesn't matter if you're for the war or against the war, straight to jail.
You're either with me or against me.
No, it doesn't matter anymore. If you have an opinion about the war, you're straight to jail.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? It's his country.
I know, but like, see, that's the thing. Like, it isn't his country. I mean, it is, but it shouldn't be, right?
According to us.
According
There's a lot of
that's
people
true.
in our country who want a country more like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
It might not be something that I agree with, as you probably well know, hopefully.
I mean, those people who do agree with it, I question. Like, what's the percentage of them that have actually left the United States?
None.
Or gone to, sorry, it shouldn't even just be left the United States, have gone to a country like Russia.
None. Most of these people have never been anywhere that's going to cause them discomfort like that. But on paper, take from the rich and give to the poor sounds amazing. Sounds like
Right.
exactly where we want to be.
I mean, like... So, yes, but also no, because some of the things that they say, that they think they want or need, no.
What would help punish the rich? Stop bailing them out. Stop giving them benefits and bonuses and and ways to exceed
Lobbying
those.
is one of those things that just needs to die.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. If you make it so that they don't like we're talking the super rich, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
which if you think about it, Ford, all the motor companies, if you combine them into one, they're essentially one super powerful entity.
Right. I mean, it's the same
In
thing that
terms of-
happened with the light bulbs company. They all made a pact about how light bulbs are going to be made and what's not
Yeah.
allowed.
No. What I'm saying is, why did we not let them go bankrupt and lose everything? Remember back when they had their issues and we
Mhm.
bailed them out?
Yep.
If they failed, how fast would have Tesla been? How much easier would it have been for him to make money?
Well, even
Because people
before
needed
that,
cars.
we had lobbying just against electric vehicles and renewable
Correct.
sources.
Well, correct. You had lobbying in so much so that the government made it so that you're not allowed to have a dealership within so many miles of another dealership,
Mm-hmm.
creating a monopoly in an area.
Right. And it's the problem why we have Cox and other things. Because you can't touch the lines that they've placed or whatever. How does this work? Okay. Open. Thanks for just staring. And that's all of this.
Decided to freeze, so whatever you're saying, you'll have to repeat.
Oh no, I was just trying to find my items.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, lots of issues. No one answers can be 100% correct, but it's just too many things wrongs, and it's just how we got ourselves here.
Yeah.
I say us, even though I had nothing to do with it, but
Yeah. Just society as a whole, pretty much, at this point. Sometimes I just like to go outside and shake my head at the world and be like, what the heck's wrong with the world?
but like, okay, so I guess like I have been having questions like, okay, well then how do I get myself to a point where I can make an impact? And I don't know how. And it goes to the same question when you know
Yeah.
Josh was talking about like I didn't know what kind of jobs I had available to me. Same thing. Like I don't know what I can and can't do. I don't know how to get started. I don't know where this and that is.
For like making your own business and stuff.
Oh, hey, you're back,
Business, getting into like politics or any other way to have an impact for anything.
And part of that is by design.
And it's awful.
It's intentional, and I hate it. I blame a lot of it on government.
And it's so true too. And I hate, and it makes me laugh every time there's a Democrat who believes that their party's for them. And so it's sad how all the black people know like they only care about them every 4 years.
Yeah.
So much disappointment.
But yeah, they make it hard. Like what I was saying before when I disconnected, that if they would have let the businesses fail, Tesla would have had an easier time coming up. How many other companies would have an easier time coming up? Because there's a need. It's a lot easier to find customers when another company's losing all their customers.
Right.
And when there's not as much regulation and hoops you have to jump through in order to do it.
Yep. This is Skeleton Land. Where are the skeletons?
And on top of that, you would have money flowing more because you would essentially people would fail with their money a lot more often if they don't have the government holding people up. So you would have a better chance at making that money. You'd also have a better chance at losing that money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're still in the group, Anna. You can.
What gift score are you?
856. Do I need to be higher?
No, we'll see how this is gonna go.
Because I can go a little bit higher.
No.
Too many problems in the world. And I wish I had answers.
I wish you had more than answers. I wish you had, solutions.
Yeah, just fix
I
it.
wish they weren't as complicated.
Yep.
That's my favorite solution.
I wish they weren't. Okay, I should say it. I wish they weren't as unnecessarily complicated. This is the way I should put it. They should be as complicated as they need to be. But they should not be overly complicated.
Okay. This person works against this stupid bird. Stagger, don't run away! You dingus!
Is there a reason for me to be in here?
Pretty sure that's what that person was just wondering that just decided to run away from the stagger check.
Did I need to be here still? I don't know.
Like, no! We've died to that against this boss so many times, but going like, I don't feel like it right now.
I'm good. Bye.
This leads me here.
We barely got that one.
Yeah, I know. I barely got my flamethrower up.
I had
That's one of my big
biggest-
stagger abilities.
Yeah, my big stagger was on cooldown. For everything else I did.
Armorer Dennis. Where is Armorer Dennis?
I don't have.
There he is.
How do I not have a counter right now?
Come on,
What's he doing?
Dennis. You can do it.
Get back into it.
But
So
at the
it's
same
it.
time, a lot of people don't want to put in the effort that's needed to make a business. Like Elon Musk, you need to work 80, 90 hours a week in order to be successful.
I know, thank you.
And even Jeff Bezos, you need to work every single day to the point to where your wife is going to divorce you just to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of people have no intention of doing that.
Comes down to like how important is your career?
How important is money?
Well, what's the happy number? Like 95,000 or something?
You don't get any happier, yeah. No matter how much more money you have, you don't typically get much happier than if you're making around 90,000.
Now, is that for like a single individual or?
Yeah, that's per person.
That's what I figured.
I'm sure there's people that
So
are
essentially,
happy
me and
with numbers.
Anna will never be happier.
No.
I was gonna say, I don't think you guys are that close. I mean, you guys are pretty close, but
A 90?
Yeah, we're not anywhere
Yeah.
close.
90,000 each?
yeah, each
Yeah,
of you.
we're not close. Anyway,
Is that net or
90?
gross?
that's After taxes.
No,
So
they
net.
didn't say. I
They-
believe that was after taxes. I'd have to go look up. Jordan,
Yeah,
you can
but
just
even
probably
before
Google Jordan
taxes, we're not
Peterson.
even close.
Jordan Peterson
We're
said.
not close. What are we making? 30,000?
Yes.
No.
That's not close.
But even like 120, I would say is not close to 180.
If it's 90,000 gross, or no net
Net.
or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. If
I
that's
never know
the
which
case.
one's which. Which one's before taxes?
Gross is before. Because it's
Okay.
gross that you have to pay taxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we're saying 90,000 net, then good luck.
Yeah,
Have
90,000 net. Yeah, good fucking luck.
But I could see that being the case. I think it might actually be
I could
90,000.
see us in the end of our careers making that
Yeah.
much.
But I also, if it is gross though, you also have to take into account this is before homes and things skyrocketed.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
He did that study a few years ago,
Yeah, so it still it was
in
on the
like
expensive side, but
2016
Okay,
not as
that's
expensive as today.
or
Yeah,
2014.
that's
So
kind of
it's still,
outdated.
Like 2000s,
right, but
well,
it's
back then it was like 70 or 80, so people are saying now it's more around 90.
Oh, I see.
a
Okay.
chest.
yeah. I mean, I guess still, if me and my wife, if our total thing was 180, yes, I would probably be freaking happy.
If your net was 180,000 before tax or after, obviously you'll be happy.
Even if it was before, if we were making 180, yeah, I'd probably still be pretty happy. I would have more than one car at this point.
But are we counting in like other costs, or are we just saying that's if you own your house, if you don't have student loans and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, if you don't have student loans, if you don't have anything like that, yeah.
Because that makes a
oh
giant
my gosh,
difference.
yeah. If I didn't have anything,
Like if that is my money that I have as at my disposal, oh heck yeah, that sounds like a great amount.
how could you not be happy? Like, the only reason why you wouldn't be happy is because if you weren't working and you still had that amount of money.
Or your lifestyle went to a point to where you're buying $200 cupcakes.
True.
You know,
Well,
there's like
okay,
certain
see,
things that you
and
gotta do
again-
once in your life.
Like, if you're buying $200 cupcakes and they came from Walmart, how? What do you mean, why no upgrade flat? Oh, because I had just gotten one of the things. That's why. I just picked it up, right? No, I don't have one. Did I get it? No, I don't have one.
Owie! Stop hitting me! I don't like you.
But I can go grab one. Thanks for the reminder, actually.
I gotta go back home.
I just did that.
But yeah.
Rude.
Dialogue is getting a whole lot.
Ow, stop hitting me. Go hit someone else.
I just made it back.
No, there should be a flash upgrade right around
But
here
yeah,
somewhere.
once you get to the point where all you have left is your house loan, and you're making $180,000 a year at your household, depending on the cost of your house and how much you know, been able to do, you're not doing too bad.
So the people that surprise me, and I want to know how they're able to do so, are the families who currently make $60,000 a year.
Or even
You
the
mean the
families
average
with
household?
4 kids where
Yeah.
they have one breadwinner, so to say,
Yeah.
but he's making 90K. I'm like, how?
Well,
The
even
average
90K is more than what I would expect him to make 60K.
Yeah, but if you have 4, like,
That's what I'm saying. There's
My-
families out there
My
with.
boss was the only person working, and he made well over $100,000
okay.
a year, but he had like 6, 7 children.
Yeah, I don't know how they do
yeah,
it.
and depending on the age, how much of that money do you
I mean,
save?
if you're making like the amount I make, yeah, you could probably go to some wholesale thing and pick up buy things in bulk. and it would be okay. Like, would you be making awesome meals or whatever, eating out every day? No, but it would be doable. But the families who
Yeah,
make
and it's
60,000 with 4 or 5 kids, I'm like, how?
A lot of them rely on other things. A lot of them also rely a lot on family.
I could see that.
Like if grandma cooks for you 5 days out of the week for the kids.
You're good, Blaine. But thanks for the reminder. I totally had. That's the whole reason why I went there, was to pick up the flask. Sorry, Anna.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, if the kids go to grandma 5 days out of the week to eat dinner or lunch or whatnot,
That could help, yeah.
yeah, then you can go out on the weekends.
We did it twice, right?
No, we can do it again.
Oh, I was like, you grandmas? I don't know.
No.
But yeah, it's like, okay, once I finish off my student loans this year, like, and all I have left is this house, I'm gonna be doing pretty well.
So yeah, so to answer your question the other day about like my next vacations, the problem with me going on vacations right now is I don't have money to do so just because there's too many things to buy for the home.
Yep.
Correct.
But eventually,
But I was gonna say, but you guys have gone on vacations before.
yeah.
Yeah, we've never been on a vacation.
Oh really?
Really? Yeah. Like,
But
never gone
hold
in.
on, no, you guys. Well, no, you guys have been at Intel for 2 years now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Still no.
We've taken time off, but we've never gone on a vacation.
Yeah, usually that means we're taking like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you
off
guys
or
are
something.
due.
That's why I'm like,
Well, I have not been on a vacation since I was in junior high, elementary school.
or even no high school. We came to Germany, but I don't know if you could count
Okay,
that
so I
as
did
a
do that.
vacation because all you pretty much you paid for the flight, but like everything else.
No, that's a
was, like-
vacation.
Yeah,
I would
it's a
definitely
vacation,
probably say
but
that's a vacation.
I don't know if you would fully count that though because
I would count it.
yeah.
It was nice. We I mean we went sightseeing. We did a lot of stuff. That was a vacation.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you have to pay for everything. If that makes sense.
I mean, a lot of people go on vacations where they don't have to pay for it.
Can you start another raid?
The same one or a different.
But I mean, if you guys
I'm
want
not high enough to do
an
anything.
easy vacation, I would definitely. I know you guys probably aren't big Disney fans, and that's okay. But the Disney cruise, definitely worth
Disney
it.
cruise.
Me and Anna have never been on a cruise.
I think it would be
We were
really.
actually looking at cruises.
I've only ever been on essentially one commercial flight.
I've been on flights before,
Huh.
but
Yeah, I thought there was 2 dogs. But yeah, the reason, so this is why I would say a cruise may not be a bad idea, is one, you had to pick a location to go to. At least so okay, one, why I'm suggesting Disney. Other cruises, they're going to be cheaper than Disney, but you have to pay for anything extra you do. That includes food.
yeah.
Disney,
No,
everything's included.
We found some where the standard buffet is like included, but if you want like, you know, the fancy buffet or anything like that, you have to pay the extra.
Okay. So in Disney, everything's included except for alcoholic drinks or the specialty drink of the day.
Yeah, which we don't drink alcohol. If my coffee is free, I'm good.
Oh, do they
Oh,
have
hang on.
coffee? I mean, I don't drink coffee, so I don't know, but maybe.
Usually anything that has like a breakfast buffet has some sort of
Right?
coffee or tea.
So yeah, there's probably coffee. They do have
But
2
what
specialty
makes it
restaurants.
enjoyable?
So they have the Disney private island. No other cruise can go to it. Only Disney.
Okay, that
Which
sounds pretty-
yeah, so like there's 2 beaches. One's more of an adult beach, and the other one's a family beach.
family, yeah.
They have tons of like. There's always something to do throughout the day.
So do they give you like land days and stuff? Or
Yeah. So you'll have days at
There's always
sea, and depending on how long it is,
what do they
usually.
want me to do?
So, if you're like at a day at sea, they have a big movie theater. There's what do you call
So
them?
I go
Plays.
on a ship to pay them to watch a movie,
Hold
and
on,
I can
hold
watch it in my
on,
house.
hold on. They have plays. So like, what Broadway? That's what it's called. performances type things. The food's really good. I mean, I guess if you're not really like, if you really don't care what you eat, then maybe don't do a cruise. But food's really one of the big things I enjoy because
Oh yeah.
okay, so I guess my day was like I wake up, I go get breakfast, and then I have the whole day. So if it's at like day at sea, I got the whole day to do whatever the activities are on the ship, and they have quite a bit. Then like if it's on, and then like you just when it's your lunchtime, you go to lunch. When it's dinner time, you go to dinner, and for lunch and dinner, you have the same waiter. Eventually, he'll memorize, what you want at what time, or for your beverage. So if you have coffee in every meal, he's gonna have coffee there waiting for you every meal.
That is kind of nice.
Um,
And creepy at the same time.
and then they'll eventually also learn kind of what you like to eat, and they'll recommend based on what you like to eat for your choice at mealtime. And then for depending on where you go, so like the first one I went to was Nassau. You can walk around, Nassau and just explore if you want to, or you can do other things that you have to pay for that's on the island. There's the little shopping area nearby too if you just want to go buy things on a different thing. You can go to the Nassau beach.
Where is that even?
Nassau is in the
Caribbean?
Bahamas.
Okay.
What kind of stuff would I want to buy?
Or
Souvenirs.
yeah,
Let's buy them
souvenirs.
I want to fill my house with junk. Okay.
No, I like to buy shirts.
Yeah, right. You might want a new shirt and say, "Hey, this is a shirt." Like my favorite thing when new video games come out is when I can buy the game with a shirt. Because now I don't have to buy a shirt and I get a game with it.
I do have to say, I have every Hard Rock Cafe I've been to, or that anybody in my family has been to, there is a shirt. Do they all fit? No, because some people underestimate the size of a size small. I'm like, no, not Asian size small.
Yeah, but I mean, there's lots of YouTube videos. I'm not a really good explainer for my things as much as my dad is because he loves all things Disney. But there's also there's the big pools there. They have the aqueduct, which is basically just a small little ride in what those tube things are.
Wait, I thought he's leaving. Is he not leaving? I'm confused now.
But
And how long is this boat trip?
you can choose different lengths. I want to say they do is it 3 nights is the shortest?
Also, like less than a week, pretty much.
Yeah, you can do like a couple of days to whole weeks. And they go to different places too. It doesn't just have to be the Bahamas. You'd have to do research.
Do they do Alaska?
Probably.
That hurt. Mostly my feelings, but it's still.
But
hurt.
I'm just saying, like, cruise is like an easy vacation for me because I don't really have to do anything other than pack. And I know I'll have good food, good entertainment. To answer the question, how much the trip is at base, it depends on how
Your
long, your length is.
Yeah, and probably also your destination.
Yeah, I guess
like-
the distance is also going to be a cost factor too. And
Yeah.
also just when you buy the trip, because just like a plane ticket,
Yeah.
the sooner you get it.
If you go during spring break or summer break for the kids, forget it because they're probably paying through the nose.
But
Just
what
like we
would
were
they
looking
do
at-
on the ship that I would actually enjoy?
Well, unfortunately, they don't have video games for you to play,
Why would I pay
If-
them to play video
and
games?
there's no shooting range, so that's as bad as much as I know that you like to do.
The question is, can you bring dogs?
Oh no, that is gonna be.
It's gotta be a big.
But I
problem, isn't
mean, you just gotta find. I mean, I guess you have doggy daycare, right? So
it? Yeah, but
I get that you don't want to, but
not really. Yeah.
And it costs quite a bit.
Oh yeah. You do the overnight stay and stuff. Yeah.
how expensive is it?
I I don't know. I just know it's more very late there. I'm assuming 50 a night, probably. Or 50 like day and night. 24 hours.
All right,
But then
Blaine.
2 to...
I need your Dark Souls knowledge. I need a branch.
What just... I died. I don't like this bird this time. Alright, I'm going to Google Disney Cruises now.
Yeah, I just think it's an easy. Yeah, I know I need a branch. I just don't know where to get one. I think I've grabbed one and I've purchased one, and I don't remember where I grabbed it. But since it's only been 2, you could probably say anywhere, and we can check.
Bermuda!
That's one reason I don't like cruises, because like
Hawaii! We could go to Hawaii!
having them entertain me is like
They actually have an Alaska one, Josh.
good luck.
Yeah, it all just kind of depends on what you want to do. Like I've as a kid, some of the vacations we've done, it's like, you know, you drive all the way there and it's go, and then you get back
That was a
home
vacation.
and then you're tired and now you need a vacation from your vacation, right?
That's not a vacation.
No, I hated those. Universal
Yeah.
Studios, like, have either of you done roller coasters?
Yeah.
Okay. So they just had the Velocicoaster.
I think my mom took us to what's the place by Disney?
California Adventure or Universal Studios?
The one
Or
with
Six Flags.
the 30-story drop.
Probably Six Flags.
Probably Six Flags. The Goliath is probably. Well, no.
It's in
That's Superman.
California.
It's probably Superman. It's probably.
It's in California.
Okay, that's like 80%.
It was
of
literally
all-
called the 30-story drop.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Google would know. Let me give Google this.
I don't want to get it if it's in the gutter, but I probably did get the one from No Man's Wharf.
But either way, to answer you, yes.
I mean, yeah, as a kid, we've done vacations with my family, but it was like always either we went to the house in Spain or we went to visit somebody somewhere that was like family. So I don't necessarily think that was like the vacation experience I
I would say always, you know, visiting family sometimes can be a good vacation, but
It's usually always the aunts and uncles that you don't really like.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, but you know, then you actually have to enjoy who you're visiting, so that can be a problem.
That's usually
It's Six Flags, Josh, by the way. They
Six
renamed
Flags?
it too.
what they name it to.
Oh gosh, Zumanjaro.
Zumanjaro instead of Kilimanjaro? Yeah, like what?
I don't know, they renamed it in 2018.
Okay.
Not my...
Either way, the answer is yes. I've been on roller coasters.
So yeah, the new
So,
roller
alright.
coaster isn't bad.
I
At
like roller coasters.
Orlando,
Aye.
but most of the
Calrissian?
rides at Orlando is
I know.
like kind of more visual than fast. Six Flags has more of the fast ones.
I prefer fast.
I was gonna say Six Flags has more accidents. I'm good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Closed?
faster.
Why is this closed? I saw Mr. Speedy Boy get through here.
But Disney does have 2 Alaskan cruises. Starting out in Vancouver.
Yeah, I hate that. Go to Chicago or like somewhere else. Like,
Well, Vancouver is
How am I gonna get
Canada,
there?
right?
yeah, why do I want to go to Canada to take a cruise?
Is it because I'm hollow? What? What's his face get through
Okay.
here?
Oh, don't go during the summer month. Don't do it. Holy mama.
Well, that's pretty much when everyone goes.
The second.
Yeah, I can see.
How much is it?
During the summer months, the cheapest is 5,000, and that's no ocean view
Per person?
for 2 guests.
For 2 guests? So $2,000?
Yeah,
Do
But
they at
if
least
you go
provide
and
strippers?
No, but it's all including all fees and port expenses.
All fees and port expenses. Oh, so they buy me all my trinkets that I want.
Oh my.
No. But
It's a port expense.
if you go in September, it's 3,400 for 2 people, or 4,000 if you want ocean view.
For what?
4,000 if you want the ocean view and not the inside cab.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when my first one, we... Actually, was it Ocean View? I don't remember, but then for my honeymoon, we got a veranda? That was
We didn't
nice.
have a honeymoon.
Yeah, we didn't do a honeymoon.
Guys! You're
How am
hurting
I
my
gonna afford it?
We were in
feelings.
college.
Oh, that's right. You guys were still doing Starbucks. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
How was I gonna afford that? Maybe like the
Yeah, we didn't even
Super
have a
6
wedding.
hotel in downtown Mesa.
For you, see, I don't know. You guys make me think. All vocation needs to be for you guys is just go buy a new gun and blow something up.
No.
Okay, well I try.
Man, if we went to, there's a place in Texas where you can actually ride a tank and fire a 50 cal. I'd be up for that. That's not really a vacation, it's like a...
No, you can make that a vacation. A weapon vacation.
So, when they say taxes, fees, and port expenses, does this include the food?
I don't know anything about
What are port expenses?
That's the excursions you can do,
What are excursions?
like riding around on jet skis, snorkeling, zip
Looking
lining.
at the glaciers in this case.
I mean, I
But
guess it
which
depends.
Which excursions though? Their excursions or just private excursions?
Yeah, so it'd be the ones. So Disney, after you sign up for the thing, well, you might actually be able to find a list. I know it's possible, but depending on where you go, it'll have different excursions. Let me hold on. Hopefully, I don't get invaded while I look this up.
Like, what the heck is an excursion? Sounds like what I have to
Which
deal with at work.
cruise are you guys looking at?
The 7-night Alaska.
Alaska Port Adventures. There you go. So you'll probably have something similar. I'm just gonna post this to Anna, and then I'll post it to Josh. Okay. So, if you were to sign up for a cruise, you'd probably have expeditions or port adventures that are something similar to something on this list. And they have a ton. But yes, they all cost extra.
So they all cost extra, so they're not included.
The excursions are not, no.
I thought the excursions
But-
were included.
No. Everything on the boat is included, except for specialty drinks, the 2 restaurants,
And excursions.
and the excursions, but that's not on the boat.
So if you want to do anything other than sit on a boat,
Well, they have things. I mean, yeah, I guess you'd be sitting on a boat, but or swimming in their pool or whatever. But
I don't like swimming.
Don't question.
well, then don't go on a cruise. I was just saying, it's easy for me because everything's done. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, but if I have nothing to do, I need to do something.
Yeah, that was my
Wood staring
concern
at
when
the
you
wall.
originally said cruise. Josh and cruise, that ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stand there and do nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even when you looked at cruises, that's why I was second guessing it. I'm like, that's like what 90% of a cruise is.
This food looks good. I'll just go stare at that for the next 8 hours until I go to bed to wake up to do it again.
Yeah, usually they have a gym.
I can buy a lot less expensive gyms here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, why did you even suggest it? Cruise the other day. And I died.
Oh,
Because I've
food's
never
ready?
been on one.
Okay. I'll be down in 2 seconds. Isn't the drop, like, here, though, for giants? Wait, it's on a corpse. Oh, no, it's the... Okay. Trusting you. What was the roll? I didn't hit the roll button.
You must have.
I must have, but I didn't. I only used the joystick.
That's what they want you to
I hit
think.
the slope, so the slope just auto rolls you. Like what?
See? You hit the roll button. It's called the slope.
That's how it works. Sure.
And now we just missed it.
I'm kind of done playing this person. I got sneezed on and then I died.
How do you?
Like, I'm not saying a cruise would be bad. I still have more research to do.
I was
I
gonna
have
say,
no
knowing
idea
you,
what is
what-
going to entertain me.
Exactly. You're gonna be the person wandering up and down the hallway, annoying the crap out of everybody because you're bored.
Ruining everybody else's cruise.
Yes.
A death counter. I should do a death counter for the future.
Did you hear that, Spencer?
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah,
I'll be the one ruining everyone else's cruise.
I could see it. Yeah, so I don't
Wandering up
know.
and down the halls, bored.
I don't know what you want people to do, but hey, that worked. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure they have fun stuff to do.
Yeah, it's just not. I don't know that it's anything that you're interested in doing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they have something that I wouldn't mind doing. Like, I can't imagine a boat that big with absolutely nothing enjoyable on it.
Fair. What
Like,
are
if I hated it, if I couldn't find anything that's enjoyable, I couldn't imagine how Spencer could find something enjoyable.
Ah!
I don't know. Scout has an opinion about that.
Can I throw a fishing rail off the side of the boat?
I mean, you
No.
could, but they may not appreciate it.
Why
You
not?
could do a fishing excursion.
I didn't see any fishing excursions.
Yeah, it was one for fishing.
Increase poise. That's all that got me.
But I have to pay for the excursions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like you would if we were to just.
But if you were to go, like, fly somewhere or whatever, you're gonna have to pay for anything you do there.
Well, yeah, well, I'm paying for less travel time.
You're paying for less travel time?
Yeah, flying. If you fly to Alaska, it's 8 hours versus a boat that takes, you know, what was it, 7 days? To
I see
get
what you're
there?
saying.
Spend 7 days in the location, is what you're saying.
It depends on what the plan is. That's the other thing. It's like, what do I want to end up doing?
Exactly.
That
I think
is the
it's
question.
available.
How do I
Like,
use this thing?
What's available? And is what's available fun?
Oh, you just walk into it, obviously.
How's this thing not dead?
Do I have
I
to
don't-
kill
I
the
can't see
giants? I think I'm gonna die.
Tell me about it.
I
Where'd he go?
What about you?
I like how I just ran away from him. It's fine.
How can I get these guys to line up and attack?
I'll be right back.
Oh, they have so much health. Alright, that's not happening. I thought maybe, you know, but
I'm back.
oh, I'm gonna look it up again because
I do like doing things other than video games, but I also don't like sitting on my hands.
I mean, there's things to do. I just don't know if it's gonna be your thing to do, and I don't remember all the options either. Is the other problem.
Oh no, oh no.
Did you do all the like plays and stuff?
Yeah, I've done them all at least once. I've gone to a couple of them more than once.
Did they just reenact Disney movies?
Yeah, a lot of them do. Some of them are like their own thing. Where's the... Oh, it's not here at all.
Would a Disney cruise be all child themed?
No, there's family things to do. A transgender themed. That's really what it is. Oh, but what's his face is here. Well, that kind of sucks
Because the
because.
new CEO is all about that transgenderism.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Do I
the
get a
sad
discount if
thing
I say I'm
is,
transgender?
I was planning on getting off here anyway, so we're just
I wear
gonna.
a dress to it.
Oh
Can
my
I get a discount?
gosh,
No.
this game won't even let me leave. We're gonna have to all the four, but we will do this again later.
All I know is I've always given salespeople hard times.